magnificent, isn't it? I've always wanted to make my own custom thruster, but in the original Space Engineers, you couldn't connect the small thrusters to the large grid ship, and so you couldn't do elaborate things like this. But not only can you connect it to large grids, but you also have the little tiny detail blocks, which you better believe I use plenty of to make all this work. Now you might be asking yourself, but is it fast? Let's find out. I'm just gonna place this right here. Oof. Yeah, it's an 80,000 PCU part, all right? So it's still not practical, I don't think, but it's pretty cool. Boom. All right. Let's see how long it takes to get up to 100 meters per second. And go. And stop. It was like 6 seconds, right about. Okay. Okay, now just large thrusters, go. Oh my. Oh man. Wow. Yeah. So, the answer is no. They're not fast. That is brutal. But dude, the cool factor is off the charts. Well, I think so anyway. It's still kind of zippy for what it's worth. I don't know how much weight it is, but it's got to be a lot more than the other ones. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's pretty bad. All right, it's pretty bad. Whatever, man. I'm proud of it. Look at this thing, dude. I made a big old custom thruster. Probably to date, I gotta say, the most complex Space Engineers creation I've ever made. It legitimately took me like 2 days, almost completely full, just working on it. Trying to get all these rings working out, trying to get these transitions working out. I wish I had another set of small decorative blocks that were like more so, how would you describe it? Kind of like this angle. Boom. My little blocks don't have this same slope, so I can't really make like a perfect slope in every situation. So that's why you see some of these kind of more rigid, jagged transitions. It gives it some personality. Why not? This was really nice to do. This was fun and easy. Adding like this little duct, all the ducting, just a little wire cable thing. Got a little intake scoop. You can see some of the blue on the inside. I mean, come on. I think it's nice, man. I actually would love to use these on a big ship. Now, what I did, come back over here. Boom. Okay. So when I built this, I maybe naively thought that I can try to make it as fast as the original large thrusters and have it actually compete to be viable. I don't know how many small thrusters it takes to make a large one, but I was expecting and hoping that this would make it work out, having all these on the inside. But it doesn't seem to be the case, unfortunately, as it is extremely slow, as we saw. But whatever, it still looks pretty cool. It's a little bit reminiscent of the atmospheric thrusters from Space Engineers 1. I didn't necessarily plan to do that, but that was just kind of what happened. And then I've been seeing all these really cool pictures of people posting their ships with like these vents, these intakes. And I'm like, okay, I want to have my own kind of take on that. And so that's where this whole situation came into play. I thought it looked cool. Gave it this trippy kind of scaly, futuristic design to it. So I'm satisfied with it. Whether it's practical or not doesn't really matter. It's cool. Will I actually use this on a ship? Probably not. Especially considering that just having 4 of these in the world almost puts us at PCU cap. What's craziest to me is the fact that I spent 2 days on this or whatever, and it's literally just a thruster. People go and spend the same amount of energy on literally like an entire ship, which I can't even wrap my head around. Boom. Oh dear. There we go. Yeah, like, look, I'm not one to put a bunch of effort into designing meticulously like a whole ship, but with how easy they've made it in Space Engineers 2, you might just find me building some big ships. With this copy and paste system, even though currently it's a little bit laggy, I am pushing the kind of boundaries of the limit right now of this alpha world we have of ours here. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh man, it's been like 30 seconds already. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. I'm gonna go to the restroom. I'm gonna let this load and I'll be right back, okay? Come on, baby. You got this. Yeah! That took a few minutes. I don't have like a throwaway computer either. This thing's 6900 XT and a 5900X. Is it alive? Yay! Wow. Game's not happy. Game is not happy. Yeah, so I mean, look, dude, these are cool and all, but in no way is this practical yet. Like maybe if I did this with hydrogen thrusters and somehow, wow. Yeah, I can barely even move around in the game. This is real bad. I think with like with OBS and everything running too. Hold on, let me close Chrome and a little better, a little better. Whew. Looks pretty cool though, not gonna lie. If I can add these to my large ship, I just might if I had one. If I had the motivation to build one. When the workshop comes out, maybe I'll post these in the workshop so one of you guys can make something cool with it. You probably won't want to because the PCU and because of how ineffective they are, but I mean, I can probably design a little ship around them, maybe. I just might do that when they raise the PCU limit because this is just barely working. They do look pretty nice though, not gonna lie. With two of them on there, we're scooting. Big old puff clouds. They make smoke rings. Look at those go. Yeah, I get it, bro. You vape. For those of you waiting for more content, what am I doing next? I'm just taking it 1 week at a time, baby. Slowly working on some ARC stuff I want to wrap up in the background. I do want to play a little bit more of SE1 before Survival comes out for SE2. And that'll be the plan. Just trying to keep myself busy in the meantime and trying to enjoy a little bit of some SE2 for what it's worth right now, and hopefully we'll have more stuff to be doing and more things I can show you guys as more time goes on. As for how easy this was, honestly, the new building made it super easy. There are a couple of complaints I have though, like I really wish that when you're rotating a block, the orientation of where you originally placed the block remained, because if I'm moving around and I place a block and I need to rotate it, Q and E and ASD and all that stuff, they change essentially what is being like the direction that's it's rotating. And it's really confusing. They don't have the like little cube up in the screen like they used to in old SE to tell you like what direction it is. So yeah, I mean, they say they're working on the HUD. I imagine that's going to be one of the things. And when you're placing one of the decorative blocks on like a 2.5 centimeter block, I think that's the medium sized ones, it's hard to snap it into the right position even with holding control and using the grid. So those are the two things. I think if they had like a button for which plane you wanted to move it on, that'd be ideal, because right now it auto chooses like a plane and that makes it kind of annoying. It's probably more just user error than anything, but I imagine the lack of buttons has something to do with it. The lack of buttons on a keyboard has something to do with it. Like, there's a lot of buttons, yeah, but how many combinations can you really have, you know? And so I think that's probably where some of those problems come in. But overall, I would say the building is amazing, and I probably will spend some time building some more intricate ship designs and, you know, kind of things like that, especially just with how easy it is. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll definitely be making more Space Engineers 2 content as I can think of it. And yeah, thanks for watching.